Thanks for joining us, and let's get started.
Welcome to our series on rediscovering your happiness and power. This is the beginner series inspired by the book The Laughing Billionaire, How to Become Rich and Happy. Today we'll discuss becoming happy. We'll address the myths of happiness, the power of creative happiness, and being happy versus being funny. As usual, we'll introduce you to your personal challenge, which is designed to get you in the habit of practicing things that are healthy for the new you. Ready? Awesome. Let's get started. With that, we invite you to get settled in a place where you can digest this information without interruption or struggle, clear your mind, and get ready to take the next step in a vital transformation. Let's start with a brief moment of silence to focus and meditate on what you're about to learn, receive, and practice.
In this session, I'm going to talk to you about happiness. So far, in all the other sessions, we mentioned happiness as an important thing, but we never give it attention as the whole session just about happiness. Think about it. I mean, if happiness will be the purpose of our life, don't you think is like being happy, even searching for happiness and then finding happiness, discover happiness, being happy, putting a smile on your face, being excited? What could be better than that? This is unbelievable session. And that's why I myself are happy sharing with you this amazing information and knowledge of happiness, connect to the source of happiness. But let's talk about the myth of happiness. What is happiness? Okay, let's get into the idea. Well, some of us, when we're thinking about happiness, a lot of time we look at those things like, yeah, that's a nice thing. Yeah, we love being happy, but it's something that I guess I gotta give it up because life is not meant to be happy. Life meant to be a little bit pain here and there, a little bit issue here and there. And then if you have a happy moment, it's good. Or if you buy a new watch, it make you happy. The concept of happiness by the eyes of people coming usually from the effect. Meaning what? There is cause and effect. The effect, what we call the shadow effect, meaning that I'm looking for different things out there to fulfill me, to make me happy. So you buy a new car. It's feel great. I mean, do you remember the day you bought a new car? Even if it was a used car. I mean, even when you wash your car, there is a smell of a new car. I have no idea what it means, but it's called smell of a new car. So you're buying a new car, you're so excited. Everybody's excited, getting something new. You're happy, you smile, you clean your shoes before you're walking in. Nobody allowed in. It's so beautiful. Definitely not cookies, right? Then a week after, you find yourself biting a cookies there. 2 months after, it's a pizza pie in the back. 3 months later, I don't like this car. What's wrong with that? 1 year, this car is for sale. What happened? What happened to that excitement from your happy moment of buying the car? What happened to you? Same with watch, same with cars, same with happening. So what do? Every month, we're buying a new thing to make me happy. The shadow of happiness. And the reason I call it shadow, by the way, those of you who want to know, because you have your body as the cause, the shadow is the effect. A lot of people try to change the shadow and believe that one day it will affect the body. It's almost like losing weight to your shadow. You look yourself in the shadow, you see the shadow, you say, this shadow is too fat. Gotta lose some weight, shadow. And then nothing happening because it's just a shadow. You gotta go back to the cause. So then there is the essence of happiness from a cause point of view. What is that you gotta do? That you gotta do to make yourself happy. Notice what you're gonna buy, not what you're gonna have. What is that you gotta change and transform within you to achieve happiness? That's the true essence of this session. Because otherwise, it's even can relate to relationship. You can start dating somebody that you think and everybody think, oh my God, you're dating that person? You must be very lucky. That make you happy for half an hour, right? And then later on, say, what's for lunch, right? I mean, it's never end. That shadow happiness, that effect. When I say effect, I hope you understand cause and effect. The happiness comes as an effect is not strong, doesn't last very long. The happiness comes as a cause, takes some work. then some work on myself to overcome different things, to overcome some different challenge, that I find happiness from within. And that's, my friend, split to two. And the two things that it's split, it's when you do already think that you are knowing this is a good things to be doing, do it with excitement, do it with happiness. The other thing, if you already know that you need to do something and you need to overcome a certain challenge in your life, do it with a smile, do it with happiness. That will basically recharge your battery of happiness. The battery of happiness of a person, by the way, it's going up as you are overcoming what you need to overcome. And yes, your smile is important. Sometimes you have to fake it till you make it. But don't focus on the fake it. Focus on the make it. People say fake it till you make it. And then they're faking it for 25 years. No, the fake it was just a motivation to start. The make it is the goal. The make it is the happiness. The fake it is smile when you don't feel like to smile. Why? Because that will ignite the concept, the engine of happiness to keep going. That happiness that comes from inside. And again, those of you who practice any type of spirituality, whatever you follow, doesn't matter what you follow, spirituality, when you're already on a spiritual journey, make sure that you're on a spiritual journey, do it with happiness. Don't do it because you have to. Don't do it because, okay, this mentor say I have to do it, then I have to do it. Then it will not include happiness. Everything you touch, do it with happiness. You will agree with me that if you bake a bread, a cake to someone, and you have a bad day, that bread or cake, that's different. Then the person will do it with happiness. And I will tell you, I heard it first from the assistant of the master who create the diet that's called microbiotic diet. And in a microbiotic diet, you're not supposed to eat a certain food. When the master was in Morocco and he started eating some food that's supposed to be forbidden, they asked him, Master, how can you eat such a food? He said, if you can only see the eyes of the lady in Morocco, when she baked those little cookies, even all the forbidden ingredients inside turn into the right ingredients. Because the happiness that she put inside that food turned into a very healthy food. So food is not just about the ingredients. Your life is not just about, those little physical things that you see with your five senses, you hear, you touch. There is more to life than just your five senses attached to. The happiness is not something physical you can touch. It's an achievement. It's a life achievement. And every one of us have to achieve happiness in whatever we do. When you talk about creative happiness, or what I call happiness as the cause, that you initiate that happiness. So as I say before, and I will repeat it again, it can split to two. Either you're going through something rough, something you don't like, and you put a smile on your face. Put a smile on your face when you're going through that. You're going through a tough conversation, things not working out as you wanted to work out. First, remember one thing. Put a smile on your face. You're allowed even to make fun of yourself and laugh. Make sure there is some laughter included with happiness. Be happy about this moment, because in that moment, you'll just make a decision if it's going to go wrong and worse, or you're going to be creative, not reactive, changing from being reactive into creative and build yourself into the next level where you become happy. So if you initiate happiness as a creative happiness, that means you create happiness when it's not the right time, when it's something negative time. But because of that, you bring in a different moment to you. Now the second, as I say, it's split. The second type, it's more when it's a good things you're doing. You're doing already a good things. You're giving charity. You're doing wonderful thing. Then do it with a smile. Do it with happiness. If you remember, there is a movie called Ghost with Whoopi Goldberg. When she gives that check, I don't know if you remember that scene. She's supposed to give a $1 million check, and she doesn't want to give it away, and the ghost telling her, give it. She says, I don't want it. You already give the check, then be happy about it. You don't want to do it, don't do it. But if you already do good things, you already do spiritual things, you already give a kiss, you already say hello, you're already being kind, then do it with happiness. Find the happiness to do that. Whatever it is, if you go into a tough time, ignite the happiness, and then you will see the result will be great. Or when you're already doing good things, then make sure that you are awakening that happiness from within. So a lot of time you're going to find yourself being funny. Some people know how to tell a joke. If that means everybody will know how to tell a joke, or every comedian is happy, you know the answer. When you smile or when you make people happy, or you tell a joke, sometimes you can come across as a clown and you want people to like you. And because that's the driving force, that you want people to like you, you lose a gift that the universe want to give you, which is happiness. The gift of happiness that you can awakening from within and find out how to go ahead and do it already can be replaced by you being funny. You being funny doesn't mean you being happy. When we talk about funny people, I met many funny people in my life, but what you rediscover as you talk to the individual, that funny not necessarily mean happy. You know, happy is something that comes from within. You could be hysterically funny. You could be a great comedian. You can be a great joke teller, but it doesn't mean that you are really happy. I'm not against people who just smile or make people smile. This is all wonderful, wonderful thing. But the true essence of happiness has to come from within, has to come to that work that I mentioned before. You know, whenever you go into some tough time, how you can see the happy moment in it, that's a true happiness, because then you build something up. Or when you're already doing good things, do it already with happiness. If the comedian, when he's going on stage, will think to himself, I'm about to tell a joke, yes, I'm nervous, I'm not sure if they're going to like me or not, but I don't care for that, I'm here to make them just happy, that's the job of the comedian. But if the comedian's standing there and just thinking to himself, I hope they're going to like me, I don't know if they reject me, who is the comedian busy with? Himself. But the language he uses is funny, and that's how we capture the people to like him or like her. But it's not happiness. Funny is not equal happiness. It doesn't mean you should not smile. I'm repeating, it doesn't mean you should not smile. So if you feel that you know how to tell a joke, it doesn't mean you're happy. That's mean there is a way to go or step to make or transformation to be taken for your achievement of happiness. I would like to challenge you within this session. And the challenge is basically happiness. I want you to choose one thing that you enjoy doing. But while you're doing it, I want you to smile. I want you to dance. I want to be so excited before you're doing it. Put the music you like, dance to it, whatever it is. If you want an example to make it more clear, for example, before my wife and me cooking to host people in our house on Friday, we usually turn the music to a song we like. We take the knife, not toward each other, toward the vegetables, and we put some vegetables, some chicken or some fish or whatever you want to cook, and we start dancing in the kitchen. You should see it from time to time. And there is a music play, and we are just cutting it. And of course, when the people come and enjoy that food, that's called the food of happiness. I just gave you an example. So this week, I would like to challenge you to do the same. It doesn't have to be in the kitchen. It can be anywhere you want. If you're a teacher, okay, before you're teaching in the class, it's okay, stand up, get your energy going. If you're a football player, basketball player, before you go to the game, it's not just another game. It is the game. Get excited about your job. If you're working as a CPA, look at number on a paper. That's what makes you living. That's what makes you happy. Dance, whatever you want to do it with happiness. And then happiness will find you in all area of life.
This has been another episode of Vital Transformation's Guided Sessions. For more information, visit us at vitaltransformation.org, where you'll find access to all of our guided sessions, content library, weekly updates, and upcoming events. To keep content like this new, relevant, and free to the public, make a donation today at vitaltransformation.org/donate, or write to us at donate@vitaltransformation.org. Thanks for joining us, and we'll speak to you soon.